Hello, everyone. This is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa, and we have an awesome episode for you to view. We had the opportunity to go back to the United States, so we were coming to America to do a travel show. We were invited, a major travel show, so we decided we were going to go and see, hey, who's interested in coming to South Africa. So we recorded a little bit of it, and we want to share with you our experience and so forth. And if, of course, subscribe, like, share, do all those things. We'll see you inside the studio. Hey everybody, we are in Atlanta, Georgia. This is one of the best kept secrets in the world, or actually it's a major city there in Georgia, which is in the southern portion of the United States. Very metropolitan, as you see, for those who have never been here, but it's an absolute wonderful place. And of course, I have somebody with me, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself right now.
Hey guys, Latasha Blandon here, the Real South Africa, and we are so happy to have the opportunity to go to Atlanta to the Travel and Adventure Show there. The Travel and Adventure Show, if you've never had an opportunity to go to one, you need to think about it. It definitely has a lot of things that you may not even be thinking about when it comes to travel, and we were just happy to be in the place, to be there, to see all of the people who were interested in travel to South Africa, and more importantly, meet other people in the travel industry so that we can continue to network and build our brand so that you guys can have the best when you visit South Africa.
Now, let's take it back in time a little bit. Now, some time ago, we actually got invited to the Africa's largest travel event. It's called the Indaba. It was in Durban, and this is what you're looking at now. So we have been part of this tourism space for a while, and we were fortunate enough to get the opportunity to meet all the tourism bureaus here in South Africa, and of course the major tourism bureau, South Africa Tourism Bureau. South Africa Tourism, that's what it's called.
It is what it is. It's just South Africa Tourism.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this is us arriving. Obviously, we got there. We got the invite. They were very pleased because they always wanted to have an African American component in these events, but they never had the opportunity. So when they found out about us, they were very quick to invite us so we can actually interact with all the products that they have here in South Africa.
That day was absolutely amazing. The people that we were able to network with, the opportunities that present themselves. Everyone was so gracious from all parts of Africa, and all the different cultures represented themselves well. I mean, right there is a mouthful right there. I'll let you talk about that picture really quick.
Yeah, that was the Deputy Minister of Tourism. And of course, that's Showman Josie. She's an icon here in South Africa. So, like I said, so we got exposed to a lot of stuff. So, I'm gonna go ahead and let Tasha kind of give you her view of what's going on right now.
South Africa. It's Latasha Blanton, and I am here at the Africa's Travel Indaba 2019. It's another experience for us to show the other people here in Africa what the Real South Africa offers, and more importantly, give us a chance to find other awesome deals for you guys, more places for you to travel to and experience while you're here with us at the Real South Africa. This is going to pan around here to show you all of the things that are here, and we're going to make a lot of connects today and hopefully be able to bring you guys better trips when you come to South Africa.
All right, guys, we just kind of want to know what you think, what you're looking at, like, wow, this is how they do it here in South Africa, and you're probably asking yourself, why aren't you a part of it? So check it out. So yeah, like I said, you're very fortunate that we're here because, like I said, we're the luxury travel group from America. Like I said, we're the only ones that are here, and we're the ones that are going to be able to provide you with the best that South Africa has to offer. You're not going to be able to find all this on the internet or talking to your friends or in some small group trying to navigate Africa. It's here for you. You can actually have a great time. It's great going to the Caribbean. I love it too. It's great going to Mexico, but if you ever thought about coming to South Africa, too much to see. I'm going to turn this around again. So as you see, our goal and our mission is to provide those in the diaspora a great opportunity for travel and vacations and things like that, stuff that we never had the opportunity to do before, but now it is absolutely available because the Real South Africa, our travel and tourism company, is here to make sure those things can happen for all of us. What do you think, Tasha?
I think that when you talk about our goal and our mission, it really is just to show people the possibilities and the opportunities that are here on the continent. And if we weren't here ourselves to know, we wouldn't be able to show you. So we're grateful that we are here, but now we're on our way to Atlanta so we can actually meet you guys in person and show you what we actually have learned this entire time we've been in South Africa.
That's funny you say meet people in person, because we were shocked when we got there. There were people that knew us and people who wanted to meet us and people who was looking to book their trips and actually have a great time. But of course, when you get there, there's nothing there at your booth when you set up. So it took us a little bit of time, but we was able to set up our booth, fairly quickly. We had a little bit of help, and of course, I think things went well. I think our booth looked pretty good. And so forth. What do you think, Tasha?
I think the setup that day was fun. The funny part was that the weather was a lot colder in Atlanta than it was when we left home. So putting the stuff up together, having the family there to help us, the team on ground in Atlanta, was absolutely helpful, and we were so grateful to have them there.
After we got set up, we were really happy because the Atlanta Journal Constitution, the large paper that's there, actually wanted to interview us. So we did the interview. It was absolutely wonderful. They wanted to know a lot about what South Africa was like for those that are American. And so we kind of gave them an earful. So hopefully we can, get a copy of the article and, we can share it with you guys. But it was really a good time. And then shortly after that, we actually had people come visit our booth.
Actually, it's funny, that morning after the interview with the Journal, I feel like that's when the party started. That's when everyone just started showing up. And I mean, we heard some wonderful stories about, the people in Atlanta. Shout out to you guys.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the people that drove 3 hours just to come see us and bring us gifts. But it was definitely a time that I can say for sure we stood and talked for hours on end. But it was definitely worth it to meet the people there. I can just say that it was one of those things that when you meet people and they tell you that South Africa is on their bucket list, it's one of those things where you have to tell them that South Africa is something that should be on your now list. It's not a bucket list type of trip. So a lot of people are looking for new adventures, and South Africa has a lot to offer you by way of adventure and culture and exploration, and actually self-discovery in a lot of ways as well.
Absolutely. And like I said, our role here is to, represent South Africa to the best that we can here in North America. Of course, we have people that have already traveled here from all over North America, and we just want to let people know, hey, what's going on here in South Africa. That is nothing but a good thing. It's nothing but a party for the most part, because, as they say, a lot of South Africans are like, we need more people to play with. So come on over, book your trip.
Yeah, when you say, need more people to play with, those ladies right there were definitely talking about coming to South Africa to have a good time. And she brought her friends because she wanted them to meet us and actually say, look, these people are actually doing something that makes it easy for you to travel to South Africa. That's one thing we know for sure when it comes to travel, especially to what we are all told is the dark continent. This place is a place that you should absolutely want to be. And it's one of those things where if you are on the fence, just send an email to info@therealsouthafrica.com and just ask a couple questions. We are always happy to, answer your emails. There are a lot. We may not answer them immediately, but we do, try and answer the email. So you should travel to South Africa.
Exactly. So what should you expect when you are here in South Africa? Actually, we're going to take care of you once you get here. We got a team of people. It's not just us two. We got a team of people that will assist you. And of course, those that are on our YouTube channel have seen some of the first impressions and of course their final interview sometime, and they're just telling you, hey, the Blandons and their crew in the real South Africa really has a good product that you can take advantage of as far as your travel is concerned. Now, we can also, talk about, safaris. Now, granted, everybody in Africa, because it was funny, while we were at this event, we were the only black people, I think, that was representing Africa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The actual tour operators inside the country, we were the only black people representing Africa. We did have some associations that were there, but definitely not operators per se representing Africa in that way.
Yeah, meaning that we can actually, book your safaris. Obviously, you want to do one. We always recommend it, but there's so much more to do here in the Republic of South Africa, in sunny South Africa. But like I said, safaris are awesome. Like I said, there's not like going to the zoo or anything like that. It's a true intimate experience that you're going to have with the wildlife. The elephants, they actually travel in families.
They are families. They are families.
Absolutely.
When you say about the safaris, what we know for sure is that when we were at the show, all of the people that were representing any part of Africa were primarily only offering safaris. So the unique thing about our company, which I love, is that we actually offer well-rounded experiences that dive deep into the culture and allow you to have a sense of self when you're here on the continent, not just being out there in the bush. And the bush is beautiful, don't misunderstand me.
Absolutely.
But when you come to South Africa as a westernized person, this country makes you feel the most welcome and the most at home. And I'll use the word safe. I do feel safe here in South Africa.
Good. It's funny. Like I said, I'm looking at this video here that we're putting together, and this is only a small section. We had this going on all the time. We just happened to turn the camera on and say, let's let people know exactly, who we are here in South Africa. So that's why you see, there's people that's in our booth, there's people outside our booths, there are people who are waiting, and that happened the whole time because people have a strong interest in returning to Africa. They just do, So we dubbed our airport here, OR Tambo Airport here in Johannesburg, the door of the return, because you could just come back. You don't have to do anything special. You can actually just have a passport, have a negative COVID test, and that may change. But at the end of the day, you could just come here. You contact us. We will talk to you like we're talking to these people about their packages, about the packages that you can get based off what you want to do, and we will put it together. Once you accept it, then you're on your way to South Africa. That's it. That's really all that's required for you to come, to South Africa. So at the same time, we do have different types of packages, based off what you want to do, and we have packages that people just absolutely love. That if you want to get that package, just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, view it, and if you had any questions, you can always reach out to us at info@therealsouthafrica.com. But we are representing the Republic of South Africa in North America. So if you're in North America and anywhere you find those in the diaspora.
I was looking at this video and remembering, what I was missing about home. And as beautiful as Atlanta is, I can say for sure some of the things that make me love this country are, number one, its people, and number two, the food. And I definitely will say, if you are a foodie, South Africa is absolutely the place to be. There is nothing that you will not find beautiful on the picture, and it will be presented to you the exact same way, and it will taste as good as it looks. So those are my top two when it comes to reasons why you should visit South Africa: the food and definitely the people.
Of course. So now, obviously, you need to like and subscribe because, like I said, the YouTube algorithm, will put this in front of more people if people leave comments and like and subscribe to our channel, because we have plenty of content that's already there, and there's going to be more content following. So we're promising you that you're going to be able to have more content. But again, people are wondering, who is Mark and who's Latasha? Like, who are we? Well, we are African Americans that, we were doing very well. We own our own businesses. Tasha, I let her tell you what she done, but I used to be, U.S. Secret Service for about 10 years. Before that, I was in the United States Army for about 13 years. But I had an entrepreneurial spirit, so I went ahead and decided to take that. So we opened up a bunch of medical clinics, and that ties into who Tasha is. So why don't you
that's a very short story about who you are.
Well, let me tell the rest.
Yeah, like, where are you from?
Okay, well,
where are you from?
Okay, great. I was born in Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, obviously. And
he's back at home in Georgia.
Yeah, not too far from here, but at the same time, I'm from North Carolina. I grew up in North Carolina. I'm a Tar Heel fan for those people who are from North Carolina. And then ultimately, before we left the U.S., we lived in Northern Virginia, the DMV area, for many years. So tell them who you are, Tasha.
Okay, so I was in Virginia for a very long time. I'm born and raised there. Left Virginia, went to college in North Carolina, left North Carolina, went to college in Florida to get my doctorate degree in physical therapy. So I'm technically a country girl by born and bred, per se. Grew up in what we would call here the bush. So town I'm from is very small, but very lovely people. Everyone knows everything about you, so you can't lie or get away with very much. But that didn't stop me from, moving away from home and, furthering my education. And of course, at some point down the road, met this guy here. We started some medical facilities or physical therapy clinics. We owned those for about 10 years. I've done quite a few things in my PT career, but for the most part, I would say, just treating pediatric clients and orthopedic clients was, the majority of what I did. So I do like children. I just don't have any of my own per se, but I loved what I did until I didn't. And then that's when I kind of, asked Mark if we could go on a different path. And that's why we're here.
Absolutely. Now, as you see, a lot of people are coming to our booth. A lot of people are visiting, wanting to, understand, what is this South Africa thing is about. And I would say, I'm going to say it here, that I think we probably got more visitors to our booth than any other tourism bureau that's there. I think they had the Bahamas there. They had a lot of other locations that were there, but I think we got more visitors because our people are very interested in coming to Africa. So I would say our mission is to assist and to help those who have a curiosity about what Africa is and what South Africa is, that we provide that, the information so you can make an informed decision on visiting South Africa through one of our packages. So that's kind of, what we actually do. Now, I'm kind of, we're going to go back and forth a little bit, but, we found, that our people in the diaspora, we're very nomadic people at heart, and we're looking for something, and we're all, been told, hey, don't look over there on that dark continent. But the reality is, there's a lot of good things going on, and it's easy to debate between, where, here, and so forth, what kind of keeps you off kilter. So let's get past that for a while, and let's just start visiting the continent for a lot of reasons, but especially South Africa, because tourism is a major component, a major economic driver here in South Africa for a lot of reasons. They even have a department of tourism, which is at a cabinet or ministerial level in the government. So it's very important that they support tourism. And that's where we come in, because they're like, hey, those in the diaspora, they spend a lot of money in places where it doesn't help them down, as they're going to Paris, they're actually giving money to the Parisian government, they're giving money to the French government, versus where they probably should go. And I think that South Africa has a very robust tourism mechanism.
They the thing is, everything is set up and designed better than you can actually imagine. I mean, whatever it is you're looking for, South Africa absolutely has it. So when you think about investing and when you think about tourism, tourism in itself is an investment into South Africa. So when you come and you enjoy the food and you tip and you hit the hotels, that's all given back to this country. So you are helping the people that are in the majority here, which in turn, you're basically helping yourself.
Exactly. So there's just a lot going on. And I will say that apartheid is over. I don't want to get too deep into that. It's over. I mean, they have laws against that stuff now, hate speech and things along that line. So I think everyone should take the time and look at South Africa. But right now, we got a young man, is coming up, who traveled with us to South Africa. So he's going to tell you his story because he just happened to run into us while he was in Atlanta. Check it out. All right, everybody, this is Mark Blandons from the Real South Africa. We're in Atlanta right now. You guys know that we are in Atlanta. We did the travel show, and we ran into this knucklehead, Quincy.
Literally.
Ran into Quincy from Atlanta. He's in one of the videos.
Yeah.
So, what you got, man?
Oh man, I'm here. I came here. One of my favorite places is our Stockyard.
Yeah.
Get some food over here in the Blandons.
Yeah.
So I ran in here, ordered. Went to go get some coffee, print some stuff off, came in here, and I saw Latasha, even though she had the mask, I'm like, what is she's doing in Atlanta? We in South Africa. So, and I have been telling my friends and family, I'm like, hey, look, I'm going back to Africa at the end of the year. I hadn't planned or anything, but like, hey, this is just confirmation. It's time for me to go back. Yeah, so I was just there in June, so I'll be back. So this is wild. So what's the day? The 17th?
Yeah,
October 17th. So this is my birthday was on the 1st, so this is like I know this is my family. I know this is my family right now.
I was like, oh, there's mama. I'm like, what? Like it just felt like home because when I saw him, I was like, no, like
I was like,
all the places
Yeah.
that we picked to eat tonight. He shows up, like that's awesome. So.
And the convention center is based in downtown.
It is.
Yeah,
where the Braves, not the Braves, but the Falcons play.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like 20 minutes away.
We're not.
Yeah, it's a good little ways away.
Yeah. So I'll be back. So this is confirmation, guys. So
if you didn't book today, you need to book. Give us a call. Quincy's confirmation that one trip is not enough, and we hope to see you guys soon. So
all right.
good to see you.
Good to see y'all too. I did have y'all.
Hey, but you did have fun though.
Oh, I did have fun. And this time I'll do Joburg and probably Cape Town.
Word. We'll get
so
it done.
We'll do that.
Cool. Hello, everyone. As you guys already know, my name is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa, owner and operator of this wonderful company that brings you to South Africa. And we do it in a manner in which you get an opportunity to view everything, see everything you need to see, either on a 6-day, 10-day, 13-day trip, or if you want to stay longer, we can arrange that for you as well. We do a lot of stuff. The best thing you could do is go to our YouTube channel if you're not already on it and subscribe, because when you get there, you will see a lot of information. We put out information all the time, which could be important or which is important for you to travel to Africa. So if you always wanted to come here, if you wanted to bring that DNA back to South Africa or to Africa, this is the best way to do it. So we hope to hear from you soon. And if there's anything that you need, again, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also hit us up at info@therealsouthafrica.com.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.